Hey yogis, today I am going to guide you into a glute strengthening flow. So in yoga, what I find is that we really don't do a lot of back body strengthening, specifically in the glute region. And in all honesty, it's just really, really good for us. So we're gonna try to work some of that stuff out today in your practice. Let's meet in tabletop position today. So we'll come into hands and knees, and then in hands and knees, just to kind of wiggle around a little bit, just shake it out, do maybe like a little cat-cow or a child's pose of sorts. First time on your mat, so it's a great time to tune into your body and notice how you're feeling. All right, now once you're done with the wiggles, let's move into cat-cow together, and then we're gonna blend these things like one after another. But just to start, go ahead and drop your belly, raise your gaze, look up, and come into cow pose. What I want you to do is grip into your fingers and pull back so your chest begins to widen. Then exhale, tuck your chin, curl your spine, press the mat away, chin to chest, all the way. And now inhale, drop your belly, raise your gaze, look up. And exhale, tuck, curl, and round, push away. Okay, so as you push away this time, what I want you to do is think from your, let's say, bra line down. You're gonna keep this, but look forward with your gaze, okay? Try not to lose your tailbone going down, and try not to lose the pushing of the arm. So keep this, and now draw your right knee in towards your chest. Don't drop your butt. Keep pulling in and up, keep looking up. That's the hard part, is to really look up. Your right hip is gonna wanna lift up here in a moment, and what I want you to do is try to fight to keep it in line with your left. So when you're ready, like you're a dog about to pee on a fire hydrant, I know it's really awkward, just try it. Right knee 2 inches to the right, go for it for 3. Feel your outer right butt muscle, or that pigeon family of muscles, fire up for 2. Good, now 1, make a big circle with your right knee, drop your belly into cow, flex your right toes. Imagine like I just placed a sandbag on your right foot. Lift your heel up higher so that you feel your butt and your hamstring fire together. And then stretch your left arm forward, fire up your core for 3. For 2, exhale, knee to nose, chin to chest, curl and round. Inhale, leg up, arm forward. Exhale, knee to nose, chin to chest, curl and round. Inhale, leg up, arm forward. Exhale, curl and round, chin to chest. One more. Inhale, leg up, arm forward. Exhale, curl and round, chin to chest. Hold 3, hold 2, draw it down. So let's do another round of cat-cow just so that we neutralize everything and shake it all off. Inhale, drop your belly, raise your gaze. Exhale, tuck, curl, and round. Inhale, drop your belly, raise your gaze. Exhale, tuck, curl, and round, and then hold this. Now, same, right? So you're gonna keep from your bra line down the same, which means your tailbone stays tucked. That's hard. Lift your gaze and look up. And now pull your left knee into your chest. So as much as you can, you're gonna fight to not lift your left hip up. Make it about the glute muscles, so the external hip rotators. It's a big fancy way of saying it. And then pull your lower belly in up for 3, feel your glutes. For 2, make a big circle with your left knee, lift your heel up. Flex your foot, and it's like you're trying to make a footprint up on the ceiling. And now reach your right arm forward, inhale. Exhale, curl and round. Inhale, lift your foot up, reach forward. Exhale, curl and round. 3 more. Inhale, lift your foot up, reach forward. Exhale, curl and round. 2 more. Inhale, reach and lift. Exhale, curl. Last one. Inhale, lift and reach. Exhale, curl, and then bring it down. Let's do one more round of cat-cows here just to neutralize all that. So inhale, drop the belly. Exhale, curl. Drop the belly. And then curl. Now come into tabletop. Keep this cat action, but this time just from the navel down, right? So your tailbone goes down, your lower belly lifts in and up. Look forward with your chest, and now tuck your toes, lift your knees maybe 2 inches. Try not to stick your butt up, right? Keep your tailbone coming down. Fire up your core, look in between your thumbs for 3. Fire up your core for 2, and then lift up and back, downward facing dog. So as you settle into down dog for a couple breaths, just tune into your body and really see if you can feel that access of the glute muscles, right? We'll be doing pretty much most of that all of our practice today. Take a deep breath, inhale. Open mouth, exhale. Okay, inhale, walk to the top of your mat. Keep your feet about hip widths, or what I like to call like 2 fist distance. You're gonna slide your hands onto your hips, strong belly, come all the way up. Okay, release your hands down to your sides. And then what I want you to do is kind of stand a little bit lazy, so don't put too much energy into standing up. But do push your feet down. With the baby toe sides of your feet, stretch outwards so that you feel that butt muscle begin to fire up. Once you feel it, it's like you have a block in between your inner thighs With the inner thighs, try and squeeze in. With your inner thighs, try and squeeze in. Inner thighs, try and squeeze in, and then your feet down and out. So now you feel your butt, and then the entire circumference of the leg. Draw this awareness into the leg for most of practice if you can. Turn your palms forward, and then let's get you guys moving. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, lift up. Hands down, step your left foot back, and find a runner's lunge. So as you find this runner's lunge, you can take your left fingertips flat, or rather fingertips down or hand flat, either or works. And then slide your right thumb into your right hip crease and pull your outer right hip back. So at some point, you're going to feel that outer right butt muscle fire up. Once you do, you can bring your right hand back down to the ground. With your right foot, push down and stretch your mat forward. With your left foot, keep your heel lifted and stretch your mat backwards. Pull your hands to the heart center. And let's rise up slowly while you dig your right heel down for 5. I know it's rough. Good. For 4, 3, 2, and then 1. Now bring your hands onto your hips and bend your left knee a good 2 inches. So your index fingers on your hip points, and what I want you to do is lift your hip points up. And then your thumbs on your butt, what I want you to do is push down. Now without just kicking your left leg back, can you squeeze your left butt so that the front of your left hip begins to open? That's good news. I want you to keep that. Take a deep breath in, hands at your heart. Exhale, navel to spine like you did in cat. Turn and twist to your right. Push your left elbow against your right knee and your right knee against your right elbow. Keep encouraging your right hip to pull back. Get your belly to lift off your thigh. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, twist. Again, full breath in. Exhale, twist. Last one, inhale. Exhale, twist. Then bring your hands down to frame your right foot. Now, from there, can you lower your left knee down and uncurl your left toes? And then tiptoe your right foot forward like a 1/2 inch. You can stay in spider fingertips. If you have blocks or any of that at home, you're welcome to use them. Lift your chest up, inhale. We're going to massage the hamstrings first. Exhale, push your heel down and fold up and over your right thigh. And then again, rebend your right knee, lift your chest and gaze, come up. Exhale, push your right heel down, fold up and over the thigh. One more, inhale, rebend the knee, lift the chest and gaze. Exhale, walk your hands back a good 6 inches this time. Dig your right heel down and point the ball mound of the foot straight up, yeah? So your right knee and your right toes are pointed straight up towards the sky. Now what I'd like you to do from there is dig your right heel down again and then pull backwards. So you're going to feel your femur bone scoop up into the hip socket. Keep that, yogis. Let's reinforce what we just did. Slide your right thumb into your right hip, pull back and down, and then lift the right side of your heart up. So your right hip is going to want to swing up, right? Keep it coming down. And again, your toes, they point straight up. Try not to let them drop. Maybe your right hand lifts up towards the sky. Good. And you keep the breath for 3. Keep the breath for 2. And then 1. Bring your right hand down. Walk your fingertips forward and come into spider hands or hasta bandha. Slide your right foot back, tuck your left toes, and lift your knee. A couple of Shiva squats here. If you're new to these, take a look at the first one and then you'll catch up pretty quick. Lift your left leg straight up towards the ceiling, and I'm okay with your right knee being bent. I'm actually not too concerned if it goes super, super straight. So you'll take a deep breath in, and now as you exhale, you're going to bring your left knee behind your right. You're going to curl and round into a tight, tight little ball. Now you have the option of coming all the way down to a seat and then bringing your arms up, right? Otherwise, you'll keep your fingertips down and just lift the leg, or rather just curl the leg under. And now we're going to use the right foot to come back up to standing. So we're going to find the axis of hamstring and glute together. Fingertips go down, push your right heel, and then lift up. Come on down, we've got 4 more. Maybe you float, maybe you come down, lift up, and then fingertips down, lift your left leg straight up. Good, come on down again, so left knee behind right. Maybe you come down to the glutes, you don't have to. And then fingertips go down, push your right heel down, yogis. Push, 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 and lift. Last one, left knee behind right. Come on down to a seat. Lift your chest. Whew. And then fingertips down. Lift your left leg straight up. Keep lifting, keep lifting, keep lifting. And then slowly step it back into a runner's lunge. Good. Now from your runner's lunge, take your left hand and flatten it out. And then inhale, reach your right arm up towards the sky. Find an open twist. So we have a little bit of setup here. Take your time with it. You'll get there when you get there. Rotate to the baby toe side of your left foot. And then step your right foot back halfway. So what I want you to do is push your right heel down and get your hips to lift up really, really, really high. And then with your left hand, push down and turn outwards. That's going to bring your shoulder blade down your back. This is good and this is solid, right? Or you're welcome to float your right foot on the inside of your left thigh like you're moving into a floating tree. And then good luck. 5, 4, 3, 2, step into plank, pause in plank, inhale. Rest in down dog, exhale. Get your hips up really, 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 really high. So we'll take another deep breath, inhale. And then exhale, let it all go. And inhale. Exhale, let it all go. Okay. Inhale, come high to your toes, bend your knees, look up. Exhale, walk, step, or jump to the top. Take a flat back and lengthen. And exhale, fold down to your toes. So we'll come up to standing again. Inhale, root to rise. We sweep high. And Tadasana, hands come down to the sides of the body. So from Tadasana, again, stand a little lazy-like in the legs. And then let's try to find that axis of glutes again. So you're going to take your feet and push down. And then stretch your mat outwards so that your butt begins to turn on again. Once you feel that, imaginary block between the inner thighs, squeeze in. Inhale, stretch out. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, hands down, right foot back, but your right knee is going to stay lifted. So as you start to step it back, can you slide your left thumb into your left hip crease and then pull back again, right? And as counterintuitive as it sounds totally funky the first time I tried it. Push your left foot down and stretch your mat forward. That's going to pull your outer left hip back again. You're going to keep your right knee lifted up. Now dig your left heel down like you were trying to break through the ground, and then bring your hands to your heart center. Again, watch that your left hip wants to sneak forward, right? So pull the outer left hip back, and then slowly rise up for 5. Rise up for 4. Keep pushing forward with your left foot. 3, 2, and 1. Hands under your hips. Bend your right knee 2 to 3 inches. Lift your hip points up and take your butt and push it straight down. Now fire up your right butt with everything that you have so that it draws your right thigh bone back but opens up your right hip flexor. Keep your hands on your hips. Inhale. Exhale, navel to spine. Pull lower belly in and up. Think that baby cat pose that you did. Inhale. Exhale, yogis. Right elbow across your left knee. Turn and twist. Keep feeling your outer left hip pull back in space, right? Take a deep breath in. Push your elbow against your knee against your elbow, and then your hands connect so you find that twist. Again, full breath in. Exhale, elbow against knee against hand, twist. One more, yogis. You got it. Full breath in. Exhale, twist. Bring your hands down. Lower your right knee down, and then uncurl your right toes. So spider fingertips, everyone again. Take a deep breath and lift your chest and tiptoe your left foot about a ½ inch forward. Exhale, dig your heel down and fold up and over your left thigh. And then you ditch out of that again. Inhale, lift your chest and gaze, come up. Exhale, yogis, push your heel down and fold. Last one. Inhale, rebend your knee, lift your chest and gaze, come up. Exhale, come back and fold. Now walk your hands back at least 6 inches. And what I want is your fingertips to line up with your left knee on this side. Dig your left heel back down. Pull backwards. That's where the femur bone comes up into the hip socket. That's the fun part. And then see if you can keep your outer left hip coming down again. Now your right hand can go flatter fingertips, yogis. You can even use a block if that works for you. Slide your left thumb into your left hip crease, pull back and down, and then lift the left side of your heart up. Tune in. How are you feeling there? Or maybe your left hand starts to stretch up. Just be honest with yourself, right? If your left hip starts to lift up, that's a telltale sign that you've maybe gone a little bit too far. So focus on that part. And then maybe the left hand goes up for 3. You got it for 2. And then left hand down. Rebend your left knee and walk your hands forward. So flat hands are going to tuck your right toes and lift your right knee up. Inhale. And then slowly exhale, turn and twist, left hand high up to the sky. So a little bit of setup again, and take your time. There's like no rush on any of this. With your right hand, you're thinking that you're pushing down and turning outwards so that your shoulder slides down your back. Keep that. Rotate to the baby toe side of your right foot. Step your left foot halfway back. Dig your left heel down so that you feel your hips lift up. Keep the fingertips coming up high, or float your left foot on the inside of your right thigh and push like you're doing floating tree for 5. Good. For 4, find your butt, yogis. 3, 2, and then plank. Inhale, plank. Exhale, lift your butt back, downward facing dog. Nice work, everyone. And you'll take a deep breath in from here. And then as you exhale, bend your knees, walk, step, or jump all the way through to a seat. Whew. As you come on through to a seat, we're just going to release, pardon, a little bit of the hamstrings here. So you'll take a deep breath in, lift up, and bend your knees a lot. Same thing kind of like earlier. It sounds a little bit funky, but work with me on it. We're going to go for less pull and more soft release. Take your hands to your butt, rock the butt flesh out, and then navel to spine fold. Now, rather than pulling on your feet, what I do want you to do is turn your palms up so you actually can't pull, and then chin to chest, and then rest. So the back of your body start to soften a bit. Give yourself permission to tune in. Literally, you're folding in at yourself so that you can reflect for a bit, right? And feeling the practice in your physical body and also feeling just your own practice of being on your mat. Deep breath in, feel your heart lengthen. Exhale, fold. And then come on up. And as you come on up, stretch your legs out long. Release down to your back. If there is any other finishing poses you feel like you need to do, totally go for it. If not, Shavasana. I always invite you all to stay in Shavasana for at least 3 to 6 minutes. Really, it's the most important part of our practice. Let your physical body, your DNA take in the actual benefits of the asana and let yourself take in the benefits of just showing up to your mat. You can hit pause and come back to wrapping this up when you're ready to come out of Shavasana. Eventually, when you're ready, go ahead and wiggle your fingers and wiggle your toes. Roll your wrists and roll your ankles. Bend your knees, take your feet down, roll onto your side, and then come up to a seat. As always, yogis, giving ourselves credit for arriving, for showing up as we are. Chin to chest, sit up tall. And to our own inner teacher, right? The biggest teacher out there is truly us. We just have to remember that. With so much love and respect for this practice, for one another, we bow forward. Namaste. Om yogis, thank you so much.